Hi, I'm AnnieThyme. I'm here today with a haul, and it's a 6-month haul, and over that time it does include both my birthday and Christmas and, you know, the very special sale that is Black Friday / Cyber Monday. So you'll have to excuse this. This is probably way more than what, well, it is way more than what I'd usually be purchasing. I'd been a bit sick at different points and had been watching extra DVDs while I was recuperating, so I did go to town a bit, and like I said, because I hadn't been feeling great, and then on top of it, everything else, I got quite a few for gifts as well, with people trying to keep me entertained. Anyway, yeah, and I'm not trying to brag, nothing like that. This is literally how I spend my time, and I love television and movies, and so I just wanted to show you some of what I got, because I love looking at what other people get when they like their stuff. So anyway, let's get on with it, because I could ramble on forever, as you'll soon find out. My favorite, absolute favorite deal / purchase that I got was I managed to find the entire box set of Only Fools and Horses on for such a huge sale. I mean, this was like one of those moments in DVD purchases that you're like, this has to be a misprint or a mistype or something. And it was, I love this show. I've watched it from the library and ages and ages ago on, I think PBS or TBO or one of those used to show it sometimes. So anyway, yeah, I love this series. I love David Jason. This is such an iconic British series, and I got it for just an insanely good deal on Black Friday. It looks like they've solved the packaging problems that I'd read about in the earlier series, where these those later seasons were in cardboard, and this is the first season. It's in plastic, it folds out, discs are in, but the later seasons I'd read before had problems with scratches, and they were packaged in cardboard, but they fixed that. They've put it in a plastic with the flips, and so I'd taken a gamble thinking, well, if a couple discs were damaged, it was still such a good deal that I wasn't going to be too upset. At the regular price, I would have been crying big old crocodile tears, but in this one, and then I got lucky because on top of it being so super cheap, they'd also fixed the packaging problems that people were reporting with damaged discs, and even in the individual seasons that had been a problem. So that just made my Black Friday, shall we say. I guess it was probably Cyber Monday, but anyway, that just made me so happy. I also got the complete set of Waiting for God on the same sale. Again, just ridiculously priced. I don't even know what the list price was, but I know the price that it wasn't even half of what it normally kind of goes on sale for here. So I mean, that again, we used to watch this when it was on PBS on Saturday nights when I was a kid, and yeah, old before my time in some ways. Each season is packaged in a slimline case in plastic, so that's great. Again, not a lot of chance for damage. They've got the episodes listed on the back, which I love, and then they come in a box to keep them all together. Box is pretty decent. I'm not too fussy if the boxes are thin, which it was on the Fools and Horses, but some people hate that. I'm happy just to have the content. Luxe packaging is nice, but I'd rather just have packaging that doesn't damage the discs, which I've come across some pretty packaging that looks pretty great, but you know, at the end of the day, it was damaging the discs. Actually, speaking of that, the MASH, I got a lot of these. I found all these seasons of MASH on for, again, really on sale. I'd had the Martinis and Medicine collection years ago. I'd picked it up at Costco, and I started watching it, and I got halfway through, and all of a sudden, there were so many damaged discs, and I'd taken it back, and they'd been so good about it and returned it, and that's one thing about Costco. They really stand behind their stuff, but I'd been really sad to lose it, and doing more research, it turned out that is just a huge problem with that set. They've all packaged in cardboard. They've got, you can really see the rings of where the cardboard is cut, and the glue on the discs, they're horribly damaged. Anyway, so although I'd wanted MASH, and I love it, I'd managed to then find it this year on a crazy good sale, and these are the individual seasons. I've got a couple of the individual seasons already that I bought years ago, and they're in a plastic case with these cutouts to make them lighter, and then the discs are in flip. The one thing that is missing is any kind of episode guide, but hey, I'm guessing that's what Google, Wikipedia, and IMDb are for, right? Anyway, so that's kind of, those were some of my bigger, really crazy good deals, but I did just find a lot. I had a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff that I've got. So some of the movies that I got Home Alone. I was like craving watching this in the lead up to Christmas. I'd heard a lot of people talking about it. I hadn't thought about it for a long time. When I was a kid, it was like one of 4 VHS tapes we'd had, so we watched it quite a bit, and so I kind of missed it, and decided, hey, I'm going to get that, and yeah, it was good. It wasn't quite what I remembered. I mean, it's John Hughes, so it is a good movie. It's just, yeah, it wasn't what I remembered, but I guess that's to be expected. I really did enjoy it, though, and I'll definitely watch it again, and next Christmas, I'm sure I'll enjoy watching it. I actually watched this on Christmas Day this year. Other movies I picked up were, or not I picked up, this one was Sleeping Beauty, and I believe it was a new release this year. This is the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD, and yeah, I haven't, again, this is another one I hadn't seen in a long time. I probably wouldn't have necessarily thought about picking it up. It's not one that I remembered enough to be like, oh, I'm going to go out and buy that. But I'm glad I've got it, and yep, I'm going to definitely be watching that again. American Hustle at the Walmart Boxing Day sale I picked up. I haven't watched it yet. I've definitely watched, I think, about 50% of what's in here, but yeah, I've got a lot more watching to do. American Hustle. I love Jennifer Lawrence, love Bradley Cooper, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this. It looks really good. I also got Enchanted, which I'd never seen before, and really liked it. Liked the musical numbers, liked the integration of some stuff. It screams Disney. I can't believe I missed it. I can believe I missed it, honestly, but yeah, no, I'm kind of sorry I missed it when it first came out, and it took me a bit longer to find. Really enjoyed it. Other movies I got were this set with Straight Talk, Big Business, and V.R. Wachowski. This was primarily for this Dolly Parton movie, Straight Talk, which is one of an old favorite from childhood. I love Dolly Parton, love the music. James Caan's great. This comes in a set that's plastic, and it's a double-sided disc on one side, and then this other Big Business has its own disc. Kind of wish it was Straight Talk that had its own disc, but no such luck. The one thing that the VHS tape did have that this one doesn't have is the music video for some of Dolly Parton's songs from the movie were on the VHS as a bonus feature, which, you know, you didn't used to have that often, but not on the DVD, which was a bit disappointing because it was actually quite a good song, and I used to like listening to just the song. But hey, you win some, you lose some. I got The Science of Measurement as well, which I love these Marcus de Sautoy math ones. The Story of Math was great. The Code and the Science of Measurement one, I believe, is the most recent one. Haven't watched it yet. Looking forward, kind of saving it for a rainy day when I feel kind of like, oh yeah, I really want to crack open something new and that I know I'll really love. Saving that, and yeah, no, I really like these. A really other good one that kind of in the same vein is The Adventures in English with Melvin Blagg, I believe is the name. But anyway, it's a book and a DVD series. Really good if you're into that kind of thing. I picked up Goof Troop. This was like a weird nostalgic purchase. I used to watch this as a kid again, and I was feeling a bit nostalgic and saw it, and it was like, I'm going to get that. And so I did, and you know, it is what it is. I remembered it quite well. Really like it. Really liked it as a kid. Still really like it. Anyway, moving on. I've also got picked Designing Women here, and this is a Shout release. This is kind of like a 20 timeless episodes one, so that's quite good. It's a good way. I don't remember this series very well. I've definitely seen episodes over time. You know, I'd totally forgotten Annie Potts was in it, and I love Annie Potts, but yeah, it's a Shout release, so it's always nice casing, nice like packaging and case. Never a problem with damage from Shout stuff. And yeah, flip design, which most of the Shout stuff is, and all the episodes are listed in the guide, which is, I find, really helpful, because sometimes if you put aside and then want to go back to start watching, you can find where you were at more easily. Now, I've got kind of three that go together here in a way that they're kind of lame, and I'm maybe, they're just kind of, they're fillers. They're not maybe stuff that's like got a huge amount of, like classical or historical like value to watching or current value, but they kind of are light and fill in time. And that is Back to You, which was on for one season, oh gosh, when? Early 2007, 2008. I watched this when it was on and I enjoyed it, and I thought, oh, I'll pick it up. I also got season 1 of Whitney. I watched this kind of sporadically when it was on. It was, you know, okay. It was just a filled in time. It's cute. There's actually some pretty good episodes that definitely have kind of a good point in them, or like true to life or whatever. A better show than I think probably given credit for. And third one was According to Jim in this thing as well. This is a show I probably had not watched ever more than 10 minutes at a time of. It's an okay show. It's nothing to write home about. I'm not sure I'd seek it out on, if it was on cable or online or whatever, but I enjoyed watching this set. It was, you know, a decent way to pass the time. And it's also these flip ones. And there was quite a few episodes in that third season of According to Jim. So that's, you know, whatever. Oh, and we might as well get this over with. Also have 2 seasons of Full House. Again, feeling quite nostalgic, and hadn't seen them in ages and wanted to see if they were what I remembered them as. I've watched this one. I haven't opened this one yet. So, yeah. They're good. They're a bit different, less complex than I mean, they're not less complex. I didn't expect them to be complex. It's Full House, but a bit different than I remembered. Still good, but, you know, it's weird to be sympathizing more with the parents than the kids when watching shows you watched as kids. Bit weird, but, you know, just a shift. I picked up these 2 series of The Love Boat. They're actually, it's a split series. So they have, this is season 2, volume 1, and season 1, volume 1. That was just how it ended up, what I ended up getting. And these are, again, they're light and fluffy and kind of that iconic, you know, take your troubles away and get on the Love Boat. And that's exactly what you do for the 50 minutes that you watch. They're just a complete escape. I have this movie here called That Funny Feeling, starring Sandra Dee and Bobby Darin and Donald O'Connor. This is a made-on-demand one, I believe, or something along that line. It's one that I believe was like a special one to get that Amazon.com in the States does, and where they have a huge amount that seem to be like specially printed or some such thing. I believe that's what it was. I looked it up after I got it, and I believe that's, it's a special, like, made-on-demand one. I got a couple of those last year for myself, and I really like them. It's a great way to get some of the more obscure movies that you might not get a chance to see otherwise. I also have season 9 of The Office, which I talked about in my February favorites. It's, yeah, it comes in a bifold thing. This is the final season. It's in plastic. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing there. It comes in plastic. There's 5 discs. Quite good. The beginning of the season, I wasn't sure really how it was going to go. I was a bit concerned, but man, did they end it right. This is a series that I feel had some, there was times when I wasn't so sure I loved it as much as I did at other points. And other points it was just, I was completely in love and enamored. I'd watched the British Office. I loved the British Office. And I think in that sense, like, it's a very different show, but the same but different. But this series, man, did they get the ending right. And I definitely teared up several times well watching the last probably like 4 or 5 episodes. So yeah, that's somewhat embarrassing, but also I think a testament to how well they did it and how much I wanted to, you know, not how much I wanted to feel, but how much I was feeling for the characters. These have been floating around on sale racks for quite a while. These are Green Acres, season 1 and 2. I kind of like resisted looking at them and then ended up with them, and not at all what I expected. I definitely say of like the Beverly Hillbillies and Petticoat Junction and this, which are all done by the same person, of what I have seen of this. I've watched almost all the first season. I've watched probably, I watched Beverly Hillbillies ages ago in reruns. I also have episodes of it. I mean, I have at least 40 of on that in one of those sets that's like 40 episodes of, and I've seen other ones as well that all string together, and I would definitely say that this is got this kind of the strongest of the 3. The Beverly Hillbillies is good, but I feel like it kind of it lost something. They never quite got there with certain things of the fish out of water. It always seemed more like laughing at them at times than laughing with them, and I think because this is kind of the reverse of that in some ways. I mean, they're not poor, but they're moved into a different community. It seems less like laughing at people, like they've made a different choice, and I just feel like this is a much better done. I think too the writers and the producers, they'd already done Beverly Hillbillies when they got to this, and I feel like this was a perfected like it was a better presented and done one. Eddie Albert also great. Zsa Gabor also amazing, and that's great and was great. And I've yeah, really enjoyed those. If you see them somewhere, worth having a gander at. This is a British series called Mind Your Language that has newly, I believe, been released on DVD, and it's not sure who's released it, but it's in plastic. It's got the 4 series of Mind Your Language, or 3 series of Mind Your Language on 4 discs. Apparently the 4th series of Mind Your Language has been lost, unfortunately. Hasn't been around for ages and is actually just gone. And then it also comes with the 1st season of Desmond's, which I have no idea what that is. I haven't gotten around to watching that. The Mind Your Language stars one of the actors that was also the star of The Doctor in the House TV series, which is another great series. If you haven't watched it, I recommend looking that one up as well. My video card totally filled up, so I kind of missed the last few things that I was going to talk about, and I'm going to do it quick because I think I might be in the same trouble again. Anyway, the first thing I was going to talk about here is that cut out before was the Perry Masons. I've got 8, 1 and 2, 7, 2, and the 9, 2, which was the absolute final. I've picked these up over time. They and got them for gifts. They're expensive. They split them each season in half, which, you know, their choice, whatever, they own them. I do love them though, and so I try to find them on sale, or like I said, I ask for them for gifts when people ask me what I'm wanting. They're in a plastic case, solid, with the episode descriptions inside, and then on flip discs or little things, which is great. Easy to get at, easy to see what episodes you're wanting to watch, and if you love old movies and you haven't watched this Perry Masons, they're great. Very noir-y, and I love them, and worth looking at. And even if you're not a big fan of black and white programs, have a look at them because they're so well done, and maybe you can find a passion for them the way I have. I also have this Perry Mason double feature of the later TV movies that aired in the 80s. They were okay. The first one is he comes out of, well, not out of retirement, he retires, or not retires, he leaves being a judge, resigns from being a judge to defend Della, his former secretary, who's been accused of murder. That was the stronger of the 2 that were done here. It was enjoyable. I wouldn't seek them out. I'd rather watch reruns of the original, rather sadly. Yeah, just okay. And the final thing I have to talk about, which I was quite excited about because I had not even known existed until recently, is the Jimmy Stewart Show, which was on for one season in the 70s. It was actually the only time he was ever actually billed as Jimmy Stewart on anything, which is a weird piece of trivia. Yeah, it looks good. I'm kind of saving this for a rainy day because I know, well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. And, yeah, just for a day when I want something, you know, really that I know I'm going to like, and also that, that is a bit different and something to, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm looking forward to watching that. Yeah, it's like I said, didn't even know it existed up until recently. So anyway, I'm going to go because I'm really thinking my memory card's going to refill again soon and I can't find my other ones. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the haul, and yeah, quite a bit. But like I said, it was 6 months and involved well, Christmas and my birthday and then big sales. So anyway, yeah, bye.